of course, these trade discussions coming ahead of deadlines. China's is August the 12th. Other nations, August the 1st. We will continue to monitor those. But we now move to reports suggesting that Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te has decided to delay a sensitive trip that had been proposed to the Trump administration for August, this according to sources. The trip, which included possible stopovers in New York and Dallas en route to Guatemala, Belize and Paraguay, was never formally announced but had been discussed with the countries involved. According to a source close to this story, the delay is due to the need to organise the government's response to extreme weather in Taiwan. Meanwhile, two other sources have cited the ongoing tariff talks with Taipei and Beijing. The White House, China's embassy and Taiwan's presidential office have not yet commented on this matter. The move comes as President Trump is trying to ease tensions with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Lai has not visited the US since Trump took office. China claims Taiwan as its territory, a claim rejected by Taipei, which says only its people can decide their future. The US, like most countries, has no formal diplomatic ties with Taiwan, but remains its strongest international backer and main arms supplier. Beijing has condemned past visits by Taiwanese leaders to the US as sneaky visits, urging caution from Washington on the issue. Well, Roger, thank you for staying with us. Of course, the Trump presidency relations directly tie into this. We know that if President Lai visits the US and meets with Trump administration officials, that will anger China heavily. Does this postponement acknowledge the current situation between the US and China, or could there be something else at play here?
Well, I think, apparently the decision to delay this visit is given by the United States of America to tell Taiwan not to make it happen this time, but it will happen later after Donald Trump and Xi Jinping has met each other. Because, apparently the U.S. administration don't want this to derail the following meeting between China and the U.S. So this is, it makes a lot of sense. However, it creates some kind of losing face effect for the Taiwanese president here back home, because he just lost his great recall campaign against the opposition party. Now people are using this, his political rivals are using this to attack him like he cannot manage actually the U.S.-Taiwan relations. So that actually gives him some treasures inside of this country. But another issue is that the tariffs rate that the U.S. is going to impose on Taiwan has not been determined yet. And people are talking about that because it's going to be a serious blow to not only semiconductor sectors, but also to the industrial sectors of Taiwan. So actually, this is a big issue that the whole town has been talking about for now.
Yes, and Roger, before we do move on, let's hone in now on those China-Taiwan relations. Of course, tension there. We've seen a step up in military drills from China around the self-governed island of Taiwan. Of course, Taiwan themselves holding their largest annual military drill in recent weeks. Could this move from Lai, whether he makes it or not, decide the path of China-Taiwan relations and potential escalation of conflict, which could potentially result in invasion?
Well, I don't think it's very likely, because this actually is more like a domestic political event that President Lai wanted to control, to regain the whole control by his DPP, the party, the ruling party, for not only in the executive branch, but also in the legislative branch. Unfortunately, he failed, but many people are talking about whether Taiwan has shown a pro-China stance or switch from a pro-independence stance to a pro-China stance. I don't look at it this way, because, the reality that Taiwan has been separated from China, and the self-identity of this island country, that they are not part of China, has been quite solidified. So this event itself will not change much of the trend for the future. However, this is a political setback of President Lai, and this might causing him to some weakness when he tried to manipulate or to manage the domestic political relations.
Roger C. Liu, thank you ever so much for joining us on both of those topics. Lots for us to monitor here on NewsX World, and we will, of course, bring you all of the